Hi everyone, my name is Cinnamon Clay, and I am a current nursing student at the University of Texas, Arlington. I am in the Nursing Leadership and Complex Health Systems class, and I will be doing a leadership book review with you today. I have given everyone a handout so that you can take notes and follow along if you'd like. The book that I am reviewing is called First In, Last Out: Leadership Lessons from the New York Fire Department, written by John Salka, edited by Barrett Neville, and has an introduction by Dennis Smith. John Salka is a retired battalion chief of the Fire Department of New York. He has 33 years experience. He served as part of the Incident Command Team at the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001, which also included the weeks and months to follow. He served 15 years as battalion chief in the 18th Battalion in the Bronx, which is one of the world's busiest battalions of firefighters. He is also an instructor at the Probationary Firefighter School, the Captain's Management Program, and the Battalion Chief's Command Course. He has been lecturing and presenting training seminars throughout the United States and Canada for over 25 years. Contributing editor for Firehouse Magazine, and has been published in Fire Engineering and several other industry publications. He was awarded Fire Engineering's Training Achievement Award at Penwell Publishing's Fire Department Instructors Conference in 2001, and is the co-host for the radio show The Command Post, heard on Fire Engineering Talk Radio. Barrett Neville works for the Penguin Random House Canada Company, is a business book editor, and as far as I can tell, with all the research I did, the only book that he's worked on is the First In, Last Out. Dennis Smith is also a retired firefighter and New York Times best-selling author. He is best known for his books Report from Engine Company 82 and most recently Report from Ground Zero. He has written and published a total of over 16 books and is a world-famous firefighter advocate. The purpose of this book was to teach people how to be strong and effective leaders, to give leaders the tools to earn the trust of their subordinates, instruct leaders on the importance of strong bonds between themselves and their employees, guide leaders on ways to make tough decisions but still motivate their team, and how to teach others to become strong leaders as well. The audience is aspiring leaders, anyone who wants to better themselves, anyone who needs a little help overcoming the fear and the obstacles that are inevitable whenever you become a leader, and leaders who want to learn the best way to inspire other people to step up and become leaders as well. The strengths I found a lot of strengths in this book. The three that I picked out were three of his different sayings. First one, follow the smoke. Basically teaches you how to gather information and feedback and from multiple sources to try to fix an issue. It speaks about not giving up and tells the reader to listen to others, and it teaches the reader in order to solve a problem, one must first define it. He gives an example about how on one call they spent 90 minutes trying to find the source of a fire until the real reason was finally found, which would go hand in hand with don't ever give up. The second strength that I would like to point out is know their names before you send them into the flames, and this is my favorite one. You need to establish strong connections with your people in order to motivate them to create value and do good work. This teaches you how to create those strong connections, teaches you how to know your employees on a personal level so that you can be more understanding towards their needs and vice versa. And plus you have to know who they are before you can tell them what to do. And it explains that your people need to know that you have their back. And finally, find your top whip. He talks about how when he was a rookie firefighter, his top whip was constantly testing him for his strengths and weaknesses, not to harass him, but to help him improve. So this would give you ideas to help develop future leaders and basically treat your work environment like a classroom. It also teaches a leader about themselves, and in return, it makes them stronger leaders, and tells the reader to constantly assess for the strengths and weaknesses of your employees so that you can help improve their performance. The shortcomings that I found for this book: the jargon used is pretty specific to the firefighter community, so someone unfamiliar with those terms might have a hard time following along. And then some of the examples, some people might find it hard to relate because they're too specific. They might find it hard to relate those examples to their own workplace because where they work, it may not be a life or death situation. Achievement of objectives. Salka achieves his goal to explain the necessity of strong leadership in any setting. He speaks of dramatic but instructive situations, and he makes it a point to say that most leadership happens quietly and is a result of thousands of little interactions, innovations, and decisions, all undertaken with a focus of the organization's mission. Do I recommend this book? Yes, I absolutely do. Anyone struggling with why things need to be done a certain way, or anyone trying to enhance their leadership skills, needs to read this book, because it takes dramatic situations to the extreme, but it shows the reader that if you cannot be this type of leader, then you will not be successful. People may not die, but you will still fail. At this point in time, I would like to open the floor for any questions or comments.